You know that feeling, right? Trying to sleep, but your brain's suddenly running like a crisis meeting about everything.
Oh, definitely. It's like having way too many browser tabs open in your head. Everything just slows down.
Exactly. And it happens to pretty much everyone, I think.
Hmm.
But what if there was a way to actually, close some of those tabs quickly?
Well, that's what we're diving into today. There's this technique, backed by neuroscience, that can help calm that mental chatter.
And the cool part, you mentioned no meditation experience needed.
Nope, none at all.
Okay.
We're going to look at why our brains get stuck like this, especially when we're trying to wind down.
Okay.
And then we'll unpack this thing called cognitive diffusion. Sounds fancy, but it's really about changing how you relate to those thoughts.
Right.
We'll give you really practical steps. And just to frame it, this overthinking thing, it's not like a personal failing. It's very human.
Okay. Yeah. That's good to hear. So let's start there, the science bit. Why do our brains get stuck in those loops? It feels so pointless sometimes.
It really can. Well, a lot of it comes down to the relationship between two parts of your brain, the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex.
The amygdala, that's the fear center, right?
Exactly. Your brain's little alarm system.
Yeah.
And when you're worrying or ruminating, it can get pretty hyperactive.
Okay.
And here's the interesting part. When the amygdala is really fired up, it can actually dial down the activity in your prefrontal cortex.
Which is the logical, rational part.
That's the one. So it's less like a battle and more like the alarm system is just drowning out the voice of reason, even if there's no real danger.
Like a super sensitive car alarm going off because a leaf fell on it.
Precisely. That's a great analogy. It's a false alarm, but it feels real.
And it feels like the more you worry about something, the stickier it gets. Does that happen in the brain too?
It absolutely does. Think about neural pathways, like little roads in your brain. Every thought travels along one.
Okay.
And the more you think a specific thought, say a worry, the more you use that particular road. It gets wider, faster, easier to travel.
So it becomes the default route.
You got it. You know that saying, neurons that fire together, wire together?
Mm-hmm. Heard that one.
That's literally what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Repetitive worry actually strengthens the brain circuits for that worry. Makes it easier to fall back into that loop.
Like a mental loading icon that's just spinning and spinning on the same thing.
Yeah, or like a groove on an old vinyl record.
Yeah.
The needle just keeps slipping back into that same anxious track.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense why it's so hard to just snap out of it. So are we stuck with these super worn pathways, or can we, build new roads? Because just telling someone don't worry is, well, useless.
Totally useless advice most of the time. But here's the good news. Our brains are incredibly adaptable.
Yeah.
Neuroplasticity, right?
Right. Neuroplasticity means the brain can change.
Exactly. We can create new pathways. We can learn to redirect that mental traffic away from the old, worn-out worry roads. And that leads us to this specific technique. It's not just generic advice. It's based on how the brain actually works.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's hear it. What's this trick for rerouting the worry?
It's called cognitive diffusion.
Cognitive diffusion. Okay.
The core idea is learning to step back from your thoughts, to see them just as, well, thoughts. Mental events passing through, not necessarily truths, not commands you have to follow.
So creating some space.
Yeah.
Getting untangled from them.
That's it, exactly. Psychological distance,
Right.
so they don't have such a powerful grip on your feelings or what you do next.
Okay, that sounds good in theory. How do we actually do that? What are the steps?
There are three main steps, and they're surprisingly straightforward.
Yeah.
Step one is name the thought.
Name it.
Yeah. When you catch yourself in that loop, that repetitive thought, just notice it and label it. Say to yourself, I'm having the thought that, and then state the thought.
Okay, so if I'm worried about messing up a presentation, I'd say, I'm having the thought that I'll fail this project.
Exactly. I'm having the thought that I'll fail this project. You're not saying I will fail. You're identifying the thought itself.
Right. It's like pointing at it from a distance rather than being inside it. You're observing it.
Precisely. That little bit of separation is key. Okay, step two. This is where it gets a bit weird. Step two is sing it.
Sing the thought out loud.
Yep. Take that thought you just named, I'm having the thought that I'll fail this project, and sing it to any tune you like. A silly kid song, nursery rhyme, whatever.
Slight laugh. You're serious.
Completely serious. Studies have actually shown that doing this can significantly reduce the thought's emotional punch. Some research suggests up to a 50% reduction.
Wow. Okay, let me try. Hums a bit, then sings softly. I'm going to embarrass myself tomorrow to, I don't know, happy birthday. Huh. That actually does feel kind of ridiculous.
Right. It's hard for your brain to maintain that high level of seriousness and anxiety about something.
Yeah.
You're singing like a children's tune.
Mm.
You're injecting absurdity, and it disrupts the whole process.
Okay. I can see that. Name it, sing it. What's step 3?
Step 3 is thank your brain.
Thank my brain for giving me the thought that makes me want to sing nursery rhymes about failure.
Chuckles. Yeah. It sounds odd, I know. But think about it. Where do these worries often come from? Deep down, it's usually your brain trying to protect you, right? Trying to anticipate problems, keep you safe. It's just not always helpful or accurate.
Okay. Like an overzealous bodyguard.
Kind of like that. So just acknowledge the intention. Say something simple like, thanks, brain, for trying to look out for me. Or, okay, brain, got the message.
So you're not fighting it, you're just acknowledging it. Like saying, okay, heard you, paranoid assistant. Now please mute yourself.
That's a brilliant way to put it. Muting the paranoid assistant, you're acknowledging the signal, but you're also signaling back, it's okay, I don't need to spiral on this right now. It helps calm that amygdala alarm.
Name it, sing it, thank it. Huh. It seems almost too simple or too silly to work, but the logic.
The logic is sound. By engaging with the thought in this really unexpected, slightly mocking way, you rob it of its power. Your brain struggles to keep treating it as a 5-alarm fire.
Okay. This is really interesting. Have you used this yourself in real life?
Oh, yeah. I remember this one time I sent an email with, like, a really obvious typo in the subject line to someone important.
Oh, no. The worst feeling.
Right, and I just started spiraling. I'm so unprofessional, they must think I'm an idiot. I'm a failure who can't even spell. Just looping and looping.
In there.
So I actually did it. I stood up, took a breath, and sang, I think it was to the SpongeBob theme song, I'm a failure who can't spell.
Laughs, no way.
Yes way. And honestly, I started laughing. The shame just kind of, poof, evaporated. Let me see it for what it was. A small mistake, not proof of my utter incompetence.
That's a brilliant singing about failure to SpongeBob. I love it. That really shows how it works. And you mentioned a pro tip.
Ah, yes. To kind of double down on the effect, try combining the cognitive diffusion steps with some physical grounding.
Grounding, like feeling your feet on the floor.
Exactly that. While you're doing the naming or the singing or the thanking, consciously notice physical sensations. Feel your feet pressing down. Notice the texture of your chair. What's the temperature like in the room?
So bringing yourself back into your body, into the present moment.
It anchors you, gives your brain something concrete and immediate to focus on. Instead of just swirling thoughts, it adds another layer of distance from the worry loop.
Name it, sing it, thank it, feel your feet. Got it. This is super practical.
Yeah, it's designed to be something you can use right in the moment.
Okay, so for everyone listening right now, here's the challenge. Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
Chuckles.
Go on. Next time this week, when you catch yourself starting that overthinking spiral, you know the one, actually try this. Give it a real go.
Just one time? See what happened?
Name the thought. I'm having the thought that, sing it. Pick a truly ridiculous tune and thank your brain. Maybe take a quick screenshot of these steps right now so you remember them.
Good idea.
And we genuinely love to hear how it goes for you. If you try it, maybe send us a DM. We're at Deep Dive Minds. Just a quick before versus after, how you felt before, how you felt after trying the techniques.
Yeah, we're curious to hear people's experiences.
Absolutely. And of course, if you want more brain hacks and deep dives like this one, make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening.
Definitely.
And maybe the thing to really mull over from today is this. Your thoughts. They're just data. Sometimes useful, sometimes not so useful. But they are not directions you have to follow.
That's a powerful distinction. Data, not directions.
You've got this.